Well, hello, social media family. It is a pleasure and honor to be with you this evening. It is a beautiful evening. It started off a little rocky, but the weather went ahead and straightened itself out. And I'm just glad that we have some beautiful weather because it goes right along with the beautiful couple that I have on this evening. Just want to let you know that the Love Doctor took a week off last week because after the party, the love of the soiree love affair, taste of love soiree. Listen, I think everybody that went to the party needed a week off. You know how they say you need a vacation after the vacation. We needed like a whole week to recuperate after that party. It was such a success, and for all of the listeners and followers and family and friends, I just want to publicly say again, thank you. Thank you with all my heart for making it a success. I couldn't do it without you. So, but today we're moving right on along with the Love Doctor conversations. I have some special celebrity guests that I am very, very honored to have on this broadcast. And so, Cameron, if you would bring my special guest on, I want to introduce my celebrities guests, Mr. Cornelious and Yolanda Carroll.
Hi,
Yes.
Hello, hi there. How
everybody.
are you? Thank
Hello.
you.
Good
Yes,
evening.
yes, yes. So since we're now airing, I don't know if you guys, if you had a chance to share it on your pages, if you can, we can take a moment and do that because we want to dive right into this.
All
Okay.
right. Well, that's what I'm doing now, inviting a
Yeah,
few people
yes,
so we
yes,
can have some company tonight.
yes.
All right. I got a few in there. There
Okay,
you go.
okay. All right. So we're gonna just dive right into this. Of course, everybody knows who I am, but for the people that don't know, my name is Dr. Benita Ledette, and I am known as the Love Doctor all around Houston, surrounding cities, states, and some a country or two. People know where I'm at. So I am honored to have a platform to share love, talk about love and relationships and conversations of those things because I believe that everybody needs love. The one thing that I like to share with people is that people only think that love is just on Valentine's Day. You know, they get all geared up for Valentine's Day and all that. And I try to tell people, no, love is 365. It is every day. I don't care. Love could be just you giving a smile to someone that's had a rough day and they needed that smile or they needed that hug. Like you can show love in small forms or fashion throughout the day with people. And so I want to go ahead and introduce my guest and I want them to share a little bit with you about who they are and what they do. I'm so honored to have my celebrity guest, Cornelius and Yolanda Carroll. So, without further ado, if you can let the people know who you are and what you do, I would just love that. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. I'm going to be brief because I tend to, you give a lady the mic. It may take a minute, but I am Yolanda Carroll. I am so glad. I just thank you, Love Doctor. I thank you so much for allowing us to be on your platform tonight. But I am the wife of this wonderful man. I'm Yolanda Carroll. This is my husband of almost 43 years.
Yes, yes,
I love
yes,
him
yes.
and I like him. We're native Houstonians here from Houston, Texas, Jack Yates High School, TSU, Prairie View, mother of three, grandmother of five, and just grateful, just glad about it. And we believe in love. Just like you,
Yep,
we
yep, yep.
believe in love. And we think that everyone can have a successful relationship if everybody wants to put in the work. If everybody puts in the work, do their part, success is just around the corner.
So my name is Cornelius, and Yolanda and I are high school sweethearts. So we've been together since somebody was 16 and somebody was 17, and we've been together for a long time. And I look forward to each day with my wife, and I'm grateful for the love that we share. We do have a chance to pour into couples. We have a platform called SIFT, which represents our couples work that we do. And SIFT stands for communication and conflict resolution. I stands for intimacy. F is for finance, and T is for trust. And if time permits, we'll get a bit into that later on. But that's who I am, and we're just glad to be here with the Love Doctor.
Wow, wow, wow. You know, I when I visited Yolanda, that was last week, I was like, she was telling me about the program that y'all have, and I didn't even know that you had it. And when she
Mhm.
said that, I was like, oh no, I got to be a part of that. That lines up exactly with what I do.
With your vision,
Yeah,
right?
with my vision. So I'm like, no. So any way that I can partner and help you guys with that, listen, I'm all aboard. All aboard. I'll
We,
roll
we,
my sleeves up. I'll serve whatever I need to do. But
well,
that is
thank you.
definitely
Awesome.
And
no.
we're
Awesome.
excited about that because you talked about you're going to be doing something again before too long. So maybe this spring for couples and for singles, and
Okay.
the empowerment series that we do, SIFT, is one that would be very helpful to couples who are
Yeah.
beginning to date, couples who are looking to build a relationship, even those again who are engaged, married, or even those who are happily single but just want to be able to interact in a safe, healthy relationship. So we're excited too. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. What questions you got for us tonight? You
Okay.
wouldn't
So
you
yeah.
wouldn't give me a heads up to let me know so we could kind of
No, I don't want you prepared for it because you guys are so have a natural with this thing. I know that it's just gonna flow right through it. And I would never give you something that you'd have to stumble on and think about it. It's just
Oh
gonna
no,
come natural.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
so let's dive right into this. Both of you can answer this, or either one, or however y'all want to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can you please? I like to start off with this question with all my guests, my panel, and all of that, because I love to hear the different views of how people define love. So, can either one of you or both of you define your definition of love, and what does love mean to you?
Yes, I would like to start off.
All
I
right.
think I think love is there's a three-legged foundation of love, and one of the most important legs of those are um, it is serving others,
Mhm.
it is unconditional, and it is sacrificial. And those three elements really make up love and help us to be able to love our mate. And I think many times we want to have, a table with just two legs really can't stand by itself, right?
You're not.
And so, really, we need all three of those elements to keep the table standing strong. And so we really believe that when we are in a relationship, and probably my wife will say something about this also, but love is intentional.
Yes.
And maybe you want to talk about if I love you because, then I can.
Right. A couple of things too. To one of the things that I think about when I think about what does love mean to me, it means seeking the other's best good,
Mm-hmm.
seeking the other's best
Yes.
good. So
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
putting yourself, putting them in their best good in the forefront. And so that's one of the things I think about. And then the other thing about love, people say, well, well, why do you love her, or why do you love him? We have to be real careful about that, because if you have a reason that you do love them, then
Yes.
you have to, if you love them because, they're paper bag brown and he got size 48 shoulders. Well, after 20 years and 30 years and 40 years, it may now some look still everything. But
Yeah.
then, so you want to be real careful about having a reason that you love somebody, because if you do, you'll have a reason that you don't. I don't love them anymore
Because yes.
because. So, but again, the other piece to about love is I feel that love is a choice.
Right.
I have to wake up every morning and choose Cornelius. He gets up every morning and chooses
you.
and
Mm-hmm.
chooses me. So that little old school song, "I choose you, baby."
Yeah.
Yes.
That one right
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
That one right there.
Oh my God, I love y'all both. See, I knew that. See, that's why. See, when yeah. See, I love that answer because I love to hear everyone's different perspective of how they perceive love, and I love that. I
Mhm.
love when you said that you can love them because they're brown skinned, because they're dark, or because they're tall,
Mhm.
because they're fine as wine. They are
Mhm.
36, 24,
Yep.
36. But when all of that play out, what you gonna
Then
do?
what?
Right.
What you
Right.
Mhm.
gonna
Right.
do when all that
Yeah.
play out? Because time is going to pass. Our
Bring
bodies is
them.
going to change. Our
Mhm.
mindset is going to change. everything about us is always evolving. Everything about us. So
That's right.
if you're loving the person for the wrong reason, you may want to think about why you're loving them or what's going to keep you around. So I love that answer. So
Right.
All right, good,
we're gonna
good.
dive right on into number two. As a successful entrepreneur, both of you pastors, parents, husband and wife, what advice could you give to men and women or other couples on how to maintain a healthy marriage relationship while being a boss, managing a business together?
Okay, that's a big one, and I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Okay.
One of the things is how do you manage keeping that person first and still running your business, still being a mom, still being an entrepreneur, still being a motivational speaker, still being a student, still being the caregiver for my elderly mom, and all of those types of things. And so basically, I don't think that there's a thing no such thing as net balance. I don't know that everything will always be balanced, but I do think that we can operate in harmony,
Yes.
kind of like an orchestra or a band. And
Yes.
sometimes you're listening to the orchestra or the band, you can hear the keyboards more.
Yes.
Sometimes you can hear the drum more. Sometimes you can hear the strings more. Those types of things. So when in marriage, in partnership, there are going to be some things that are going to be on the forefront
Mhm.
more often than other things. And what I've learned and what I'm still learning after all of these years is I try to just focus on what needs me the most.
Yes.
And right now, for me, we're relaunching and reopening in the church, and so I'm called to partner with my husband to stand beside him as we grow that ministry. So that's where some of my energies will be. A major part of my energies will go. And then I'm also one of the primary caretakers of my mother, who's 86 years old. And
Yes.
so those when I get up or when I wake my things to do list,
Mhm.
those are the kind of the first things. And then I put the things down on the list,
Mhm.
and then things that don't get done that day, I move them over
Mhm.
to the next day. And sometimes that works out easier than others.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I wanted to say about keeping them first, but we should always, regardless of what we have going on in our lives, try to treat our mate, our boyfriend, or our husband, our boo, or our bae, like you treat your friends.
Yes.
Treat them like you treat your friends, because if when a friend, a girlfriend, or your brother or your sister, and y'all have made plans and they forgot your birthday, or they forgot
Yeah.
that we were going to be on here tonight at 6:30, and we're waiting, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And then you call your sister and you're like, hey, what happened? Remember we were supposed to do da, 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 da. And she's like, oh man, I forgot. And then then you said, that messed me up. Now I'm gonna need to do the show an hour later, and
Mhm.
this and that and that. So you talk to them and y'all work through it, and then you be back friends again.
Right.
My husband forgets something,
Uh-oh.
and is I can't believe you did that. I just can't believe that, you forgot the bottled water, and then on and on and on. So I think if we treat our spouse, our mate, our forever partner like we treat our friends,
Mhm.
that would definitely help keep us on the right road. What are your thoughts?
So let me add a couple of things and build on some of the things that my wife said.
Okay.
When my wife said the thing that needs her the most
Mhm.
are the things that sometimes she has to focus on.
Mhm.
If that thing needs her, then it may also need me. And so
Yes.
therefore, for example, in terms of caring for my wife's mom,
Mhm.
um, then that becomes part of what I need to be caring about,
Mhm.
and part of what I need to make sure that the resources or the time is necessary, or maybe I need to be arms and legs to support my wife. And
Right.
this is the first thought that popped into my head, and this is why I said what I just said.
Mhm.
My wife is my first ministry. My
Yes.
wife is my first ministry.
Yes.
So yes, we're pastors of Abundant Love. Yes, we have children and all of that. But this is my first ministry. And I love to give the example that, I said we started when we were 16 and 17.
Yeah.
We were in high school, then we went to college, then we got married.
Right.
Then we got our careers going.
Right.
Okay. Then we had children. Okay.
Yes.
They grew up. Then the children moved out,
Yeah.
Mhm.
for the most part. Then we retired. And then all of that happened. And now here we are 43 years later. And guess what?
The
It's
two
the
of us.
two of us.
Mhm.
Yes.
But anytime along that way,
Hmm.
we lose each other or lose the spark,
Hmm.
not only spark, but the intentionality of
Hmm.
caring for one another and making sure that each other is first.
Mhm.
Yes.
And when the children are gone, the career is retired, and all of that,
Hmm.
people are looking at each other like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not. I don't know what to do with how to handle this relationship. So if I can keep my marriage as my first ministry,
Hmm.
then and it takes a lot to make sure that that's important because yeah, a lot of things are pulling at us.
Yes.
But some things, and I like to use the example of the Bible says two becoming one. So I wrap my arms around her, and
Yes.
wherever she goes, I go, or
That's
wherever I go, she goes, or we're doing it together.
right.
And so we have to be very careful that we don't. Doesn't mean she doesn't have some personal dreams and visions. Doesn't mean I don't have some personal dreams and visions, but they cannot be exclusive of one another.
Right. Absolutely. And I like the way you said that in the end it's y'all, it's the two of us. I
Right,
like
right,
that
right,
because
right.
I try to get people to understand that even with my own marriage, because I've been married for 23 years, been knowing him for over 30 something years. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to always tell people, listen, at the end of the day, you're going to start with each other and
Mm-hmm.
you're going to finish with each other in
Right,
That's right.
right,
between raising the kids and all of that. So that's why it's very important during that time to date your mate, to
right, right,
Absolutely.
keep,
right.
keep the fire burning. Whatever it
Mm-hmm.
was that attracted you in the beginning, like keep that story going, like why you met that person, like rekindle that, revisit that. And
Mm-hmm.
even
Absolutely.
though, if the woman has gained weight or lost herself because she was trying to take care of the family, just
Mhm.
like help her realize it. Sometimes as women, we go on and on and on, and we totally just forget and just put ourselves on the back burner because we're so busy taking care of everybody else. But
Right.
it's like when you love someone, you will tell them, "Hey, baby, you losing yourself a little bit. Grab yourself, get yourself back together. That's what you do, and you do it out of love." So I
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
love that for all the people that are, have children that's going off to college, and you're getting ready to be empty nesters. That is some really, really good advice from couples
Mhm.
to say, "Hey." If you do get to a point and you say, "Oh my God, I don't even know you because I was so busy
Mm-hmm.
being mom, dad,
Mhm.
mom,
Right.
dad, wife, whatever, whatever," and now you're just back Mary Jane and
Yeah.
and Joe, you back just those two people. Like you got to
Mm-hmm.
get to know those people all over again. But if you kind of keep it going throughout the relationship, then when the kids go off, you can just kind of pick up where you left off from. But then
Right.
you got more quality time to enjoy each other.
That's
And I believe it's shown up even more so during COVID when
Yes.
people are finding themselves maybe in the house together, both working from home or whatever. There
Hmm.
are a lot of folks that's like, "Ugh, when is he going to go back to work or when is she going to go back to
Yes.
work?" Because they're not really, they're not comfortable being around their mate that
Right.
amount of time. So,
And you know what else they found out? They
mhm.
found out they didn't like them. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
like them and love them.
that's
They
true.
found out
that's
they didn't
right.
like them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But that's what makes me happy when my wife says she loves me and likes me. So.
Mhm. And I
Listen,
think
let
that's
me
what
tell
you
you
said.
something. I am a witness. Let me raise my hand up. When I walked into the Carroll's home, I felt nothing but love and peace.
Wow. Thank
Nothing but
you. Thank
love and
you.
peace.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you.
Thank
And I
you.
was just like, and I felt the presence because I have a gift of discernment, and it was nothing but love and peace in that home. I
Well,
felt it.
good. Thank
So I'm
you.
a witness. I'm
Thank
a
Thank you.
witness.
Thank you.
you.
Thank
That's
you.
real
Thank
love
you.
right there. That's
Thank
real
Thank you.
love.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to get on to number 3 because I can't wait to get to talking about the ball. So let me get this last question out before we start talking about the ball. Um, the third question is, what advice can you offer to successful singles that are waiting and they're not settling, but they're still looking for love? What can
Okay, I'd like to jump in on that one. I have a lot of, yes, I do. I have a lot of friends that are still trusting God in their singleness. And what I would like to say about that is we're all men and women of faith here on this call. So when we think about it, we're going to think about what the word says about that. And the word says that he who findeth a wife, or who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And it says finds. And so we want to, and now certainly I think that find is an action word. And so we don't need to be sitting idle, but we should be being that wife already. I should be getting my lingerie drawer all filled up with nice, yummy, pretty, smell good stuff in there. I should be, if the role that you want to play as the wife, the fiance, is to, say cook or learn to bake or whatever it is that you think that he is requested or that he would enjoy, you're that already. So rather than get caught up with, okay, I don't have anybody yet, operate in that space. Start, preparing I used to tease years and years ago, we'd have recipes for the weekend of what our weekend was going to look like and what it was going to include. So start, journaling, start writing your expectations down, and not being so overzealous that you are bombarded with those thoughts and can't do anything else. But I think for every successful woman or man who is, just basically trusting God in their singleness are good right now, but that don't want to be single, or be unattached. I like the word unattached better than single, because single sometimes implies that something's wrong, and it's not.
Right.
It's not, because when a woman comes along or a man comes along, they come along to complement you, not to complete you.
Not to complete.
I'm good all the way by myself. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm complete. And so together we complement each other and become one.
Yes.
And so she's led right into the part that I wanted to say, that there are many unattached who are thinking, I'm going to be good once I find Mr. Right, Miss Right. But what I want to encourage is that we want to make sure that we're bringing to the table a whole blessed self ourselves, and not waiting till somebody else makes us, helps to heal us or fixes our brokenness. So we don't want to come to the relationship broken, and just, hoping that our mate, the new mate, or the person that we're looking for will fix us, because what we'll end up with is two broken people. So, we want to make sure that we are doing our work to prepare ourselves. And as men, we need to be doing the same thing. We need to make sure that our finances are good. We need to be making sure that our credit is good. We need to be making sure that we understand the sense that, I'm not saying that we are totally women, but that we can understand, or at least understand, there are differences in our communication style. There are differences in our need to communicate, because what statistics say that women use 3 to 4 times as many words in a day than a man. So we need to understand that, and be ready to handle those kind of things. So again, we want to make sure that what we're bringing to the table is not an old broken self, hoping somebody else is going to fix us, but that we're bringing two, healthy individuals that are ready to move forward together.
Right. I love that. I love that. I love that, because I coach a lot of people behind the scenes, and I even have some men clients now, and with this matchmaking thing that I've been doing behind the scenes, and one of the guys, he was telling me, he was like, well, he said, but I don't want a lady that does A, B, and C and this and that. And I kept saying, I said, wait a minute. I said, we haven't even got to our second session yet. I said, let me help you rephrase your thinking. I say, because the first thing you're doing is you're comparing with your future or with your past.
Right.
And you cannot do that, because that's not going to work, because you're still living in the past. That's the reason why you call them the ex. It's the reason why you're not with them. There, all of that is a reason for it. So what we got to focus on is the future and what you want now, and then we change your expectations to meet up with what you want. So I love the way you said that. So without further ado, I want to talk about this book called The Ball, is what I want to talk about.
Thank
So
you.
this book right here called The Ball,
Hmm.
right here. This I started reading a couple of pages. I say, you know what? I got to put this down because I need I need Mr. Cornelious to come and break this down for everybody. It is such an awesome book. Before we get off, I'll make sure he gives the information on how you can order it. And but that book right there,
Well,
Hmm.
thank you, thank you,
yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the book and how it got
Mhm.
started. What was the story behind it of why you wanted to write it, and just give us all the nuggets on it.
So a couple of things. One is I got to take one step back to go forward.
Okay.
I believe that most of us have something called a holy discontent.
Mm,
And that holy discontent is the thing that when we see it, we wonder, why didn't somebody fix that? Or why didn't somebody address that issue? Why didn't somebody do something about, and the example that I have seen is like when we used to watch TV late at night and the hungry children would come on TV, in Africa, and the thought would be, why don't somebody feed those children? Well, maybe the answer is it's us that needs to do it. And
right.
so uh, we went through a season when there was a lot of negative publicity towards our young black boys and our young black men.
Mhm.
And so my holy discontent is towards young men and boys and helping us to raise up a generation that's not broken, if you will.
Mhm.
So I've had that in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit. We started kind of a thing at the church where we deal with the young boys, and then we developed a ministry called Man to Man. And so the original target for the book was towards men, young boys, and then eventually towards athletes,
Mhm.
which could include any and everybody.
Mhm.
And so the book started out. I started to have some ideas and some thoughts, and the main premise of the book is that we all have gifts and talents. We
Yes.
all have gifts and talents, and if we don't utilize them the right way, then we'll never score in life. And so my premise is that we all got a ball. Someone's ball. I love how when you were introducing, you said that just giving someone a smile or
Yeah.
giving them a warm greeting is
Yeah.
very important to people, and it's a way to love them.
Mhm.
Well, that might be somebody's gift to
Yeah.
smile or to greet people or to call people and just talk to them. But there are so many other gifts. Some people are computer whizzes, others are teachers, others, there are various other things. So anyway, that goes now. The next part of that is the ball. So that those are our balls. So I
Yes.
got balls, you got balls. We all have our ball.
Right.
But now I want to use a football analogy, and
Okay.
that is that in the game of football, the center touches the ball on every
Everybody.
play, right?
Yes.
The center can never score, and his team can never score unless he gives the ball to the quarterback.
Quarterback.
And
Right.
then once he gives the ball to the quarterback can orchestrate the play so
Yes.
that the team can be successful. And so in our lives and as Christians, the Lord is our quarterback. And so I want to encourage us to give our ball or make it available and put it in the hands of the ultimate quarterback. And
Yes.
he can help us score. He can help us win. He
Yeah.
can help us be successful in life.
Yeah.
So that's the background premise for the book. And then go
Good
ahead.
job.
And
And
so
Miss
we have, go ahead, various chapters in the book, such as the fumble, and in so I use several different sports to try to give analogies to help people see things. So, for instance, if not everybody knows a lot about football, but
Right.
most people understand that you don't want to drop the ball on the ground. This
Correct.
is what happens when you fumble.
Right.
And what we have discovered is the fumble is the most unorganized play in
Yes.
football, but it happens almost every game.
That's
And
right.
so when you fumble the ball, everybody else is trying to get your ball. And
Right.
so we've got to be careful. We don't to take care of our ball
in life.
in life, take care of our talent, take care of our relationships,
Yeah.
take care of our children, because all of these could be valuable balls that we have. But if we don't take care of them, we could fumble them. And I guarantee you that if you fumble them, even relationships,
Yeah.
because I write this part in the book that maybe there are those who have in their relationship taken advantage of their mate
Mm-hmm.
or didn't give them the credit that they deserve or the attention,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody sneaks in and take their ball and
Hey.
they didn't even realize it.
Yes, I get it. I get it. They fumbled that ball. They missed the play. In
That's
other
it.
words, they missed their shot. You know,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
when you have the ball, you got to make the right decision and do what you need to do with it.
Right,
I
right,
love
right.
that. I
So
love
we
that.
have another. You kind of lead us to another chapter
Yeah.
called "Don't Rush the Shot," and
Okay.
the chapter in "Don't Rush the Shot" is a basketball analogy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of, even if you don't know basketball real well, you know that the goal is to get the ball in the hoop, right?
Right, right.
But there's some guys that, especially when we were growing up,
Mm-hmm.
every time you pass them the ball, they're gonna shoot whether they got a good shot or not.
Right.
And that many times in life, we will shoot the ball whether we have a good shot or not, when maybe we need to share it with our teammate, or
Yeah.
we need to make an extra pass, or we need to wait until we're open, then shoot the shot.
And then shoot.
And so therefore in life, we need to make sure that we don't rush the shot. And I give an example in the book about how I wanted to, we had an opportunity to buy a building.
Mm-hmm.
The building we thought it was the right price,
Mm-hmm.
but it ended up not being the right building. And had I pursued purchasing that building,
Yeah.
I would have been rushing the shot and would have messed up. So
Yeah.
we
It would
got
have
to
been
be careful and measure things. Babe, do you have a favorite chapter?
There are, again, the book, he one of the things he failed to mention yet was that he wrote this book during pandemic. He was able to write and complete the book and have it edited and authored and published during the pandemic. And I am my children and my husband are athletes. However, I'm probably the least athletic in the house, but I do know a little bit about it. But one of the chapters in this book that, and again, they're very short reads, so it's an easy read. And again, it's really not just for men. When you think of it, you see the ball, and you see the baseball on the front, and all of that. But there's some good little nuggets, principles that you can learn from here. But one of them is called "Watch Out for the Flat Spots."
All
Watch
right.
out for the flat spots. And again, in the Boston Gardens, the Boston Celtics, they know what kind of condition that floor is in. In that garden, it's a parquet floor that I think it's a floor that they used to pick it up and put it back down, pick it up, put it back down, but now it's down. But those athletes who are there all the time, who are familiar with that, they know where the flat spots. So if you bounce your ball and you hit it on a flat spot, your ball gonna go flat. It may bounce, it may get away from you, all of those things. But us being from the other team, we're not as familiar. So we have to watch our opponent. We have to, check out our opponent and watch what they do. You know how we talk about, how do you want to be wealthy? Watch what wealthy people do.
Yes.
How do you want to be healthy? Watch what healthy people do.
That's right.
Watch what they drink.
Yes.
And so don't watch out for the flat spots is, okay, let's watch those who are familiar with this and who are have a good, we've seen them win in this space, and we want to win in this space. So watch out for the flat spots. That's probably one of my favorites.
I like that, because in so many words you're saying you got to know the territory to know how to move around and maneuver in the territory. If you don't know the territory, then some situations might happen if you can't be familiar with the territory. I like that, and that's how it is in life.
Absolutely.
Right. And so we can't always miss all the flat spots, but when it does happen, then what's important is what we do next.
Yes.
So if you just like in life, if you have a flat in your car, what you do next is what matters. So what I said in the book is that you can strike out 3 times in a game,
right?
But it's not But it's if you hit a home run on the fourth time,
Yeah.
the three preceding at bats don't really matter that
Don't
much.
even matter. Yeah.
It's what you do after you hit a flat spot. And so we want to make sure we get up and come back to the plate next,
Yeah.
ready
Yeah.
to get a home run or to do our very best. Don't let the flat spot check you out of the game or
Right.
make you give up in the game, because
That's
we're
right.
going to have flat spots in the game, in
That's
life.
right. I
Mhm.
like
And
that.
it can happen on contracts, or it can happen in a position at work. So don't give up. Don't give up when you hit the
So
flat
in
spot.
other words, how your terminology to the for the people that are listening with the ball, you say, "Oh, I'm not in sports, whatever, whatever." I just want to break it down to the way how I understand it.
Sure, sure, sure.
I understand it by you saying, no matter what your opposition is in life,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
not what you do, is how you react to it. It's
Absolutely.
how you react to it. And so that's
Absolutely.
my understanding to it. Like you can't let trauma get you down. You
Right,
can't
right,
let a
right,
misunderstanding get you down. You can't let haters get you down.
right.
You can't let the
Exactly.
pandemic get you down. You
Right,
can't let any of those
That's
things.
it.
It's how you respond to it. You
right.
know,
That's
it's
it.
how you
Exactly.
respond to it. It's
Exactly.
even like when you say if you have a flat on your car, okay, it delayed you, it slowed you down. Okay, it might have
Mhm.
cost you some money because you got to get another tire, all of
Mhm.
those things. But when I have a flat, I always tell God, thank you, because majority of the times it's in my driveway. So
Yeah, yep,
Mhm.
yep, yep.
I'll say, God, thank you that you allowed me
Mhm.
not to even get on the freeway on the streets with this. And then
Yeah,
I'll say, thank you for the delay. I might not have supposed to been crossing a certain section at a certain time.
absolutely.
So I just
Absolutely.
thank him for the delays and for everything. I always say, I count it all joy because he knows what's ahead of us than what we can.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I love the terminology of all of that. So I just had to break that down for the people who say, okay,
Good.
I'm not
Thank
in
you.
sports. So okay, well, let the love doctor break it down for you.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we like about
Okay,
the book
so
is hopefully
moving
people
right
can.
along, did you have anything else you want to say about the book? Because
I was just gonna, yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say that there's several other chapters, and when the time is right, I'll we can share those. But maybe if I could just share one more, if
okay,
you'll just. So also I like golf,
okay,
and I have a chapter called "Keep Your Ball in the Short Grass."
okay,
And most people, when they watch golf on TV or know about golf, you know that there's the short grass where everybody plays, and then there's the weeds over in the corner. And the deal is in this chapter, we're encouraging individuals to play in the best place, or to keep your ball in the best place, stay out of the weeds.
mm,
Um, and unfortunately, the reason that's even necessary is there are some of us who are daredevils. There are
mhm,
some of us who like to try to
yeah,
push the envelope, and what we end up is in the weeds. And of
yeah,
course, you can't play your best ball in the weeds. So
like
keep your
that.
ball in the short grass because you are more likely to score. So,
I like that.
those are some of the chapters of the book, and just excited about individuals who have had a chance to read it, and hoping that it helps individuals and kind of encourages people to, these are very simple life principles, but just every now and then it's just kind of a different way to encourage people about them.
I like them. They're thought provoking. I like
Yes.
that. It makes you
Thank you,
think. It
thank you,
makes you
thank
think.
you.
And sometimes people need that because they don't never really think about how you can use the analogy of sports and life situations. But when you get their attention and you put the twist on it with sports, it makes them help them think, give them some aha moments. I love aha moments. I love epiphanies. I
Right,
love all that because it's something that you would never even have thought of.
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
speaking of that, is there anything else you got to share? Because I have to share this moment that I had. Are
I think that's it. I think
okay?
Yeah, yeah. Thank
Okay,
you so
okay.
much.
Well,
Yeah,
definitely when we get off the stream, please put in the comments if how if they wanted to order your book, how they can get a hold of it. Do you
okay.
have anything else coming up? Anything that we need to be on the lookout for?
well, actually, but it's easy to find us. To find both of us, you can locate us on social media on all our platforms. It's Cornelius D. Carroll the second, and
Mm,
his website is corneliusdcarroll.com, and you can purchase your books there. And we're still in the beginning stages, so they're coming right here from our home. We're
Right,
gonna
right.
handle it with love, package it, and send it to you. or deliver it. Like I got a special delivery the other day. So
Yeah,
hopefully you're going to share with our viewers about my special delivery in
yeah.
just a bit. But we'll put the information in the chat, how you can get a copy of the book. And tomorrow, Pastor Cornelius and I pastor a growing Christian church here in Clear Lake City. Well, we live out in Webster, which is a little further south than the near NASA Johnson Space Center, that side of town. And so this Sunday we'll commemorate 20 years pastoring and church anniversary. So this Sunday, our bishop, our pastor, W.L.W. Francisco the Third,
Uh-huh.
got tongue tied there, will be here, and then we will be just at our regular 10 a.m. service. We'll
Okay.
be there at church, and then we'll also be virtual here on this platform, as well as on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh,
Also, so thank you.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you.
awesome. What
20
I
years.
love about your relationship is that it's
20 years.
everything about you guys is longevity. That
Thank
is
Amen.
you.
what I
Thank
love.
you. Thank you.
That's what I
Amen.
love. The
Amen.
marriage,
Thank
the
you.
family, the church, the love. Even
Thank
like right
you.
now, the way Mr. Cornelius still looks at you now. Like I just love it. I mean, he looks at you like you're still
Yeah.
teenagers, you know what I mean? And I just
Right.
love that because I love love and I know when the love is real and when it's genuine. And I mean, I'm just like, oh, and you know, when I came out to you guys' house, I was like, I kept saying, "Oh, God, what?" Because I had been having panels the week prior to you guys.
Mhm,
I've been having
mhm.
panels because it was leading up to my launching of the wine, and I was doing some matchmaking at my event, and so I have been having panels because I wanted everybody to engage because that's what I was trying to do was connect the singles and all of that.
Okay.
And when I got to you guys' house, I was just like, man, like because I'm telling you, you can't walk into everybody's house and say that.
Wow.
I'm
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
God
That
bless
matters.
you.
being
That matters
real.
a lot
I'm
to
just,
us. That matters a
I'm just
lot.
saying it like it is.
That's
You know,
Thank
better.
so
you.
to be able to
Appreciate
see
it.
that and experience that, like when I left y'all, I was just on cloud nine because this beautiful young lady right here, she just,
She
oh
is.
my goodness, she just
Fine.
did
Well,
the
That's my
most and
queen.
just showered me with love. And oh my God, we had a wine tasting just,
it was so fun. We had such a great time. I was so excited. I know I probably changed the course of your day because you sent me a text and says, "Hey, is it okay if I just drop the wines off, the taste of love off, and just leave it on porch?" I was like, "Sure, that's fine, but I'm gonna be here.
yeah.
So, when are you coming? I want to be here."
Yeah.
And then you said, "Well, I'll probably in the hour or so." And
Mhm.
then of course then this where Miss Bossy Wassy gets in. I said, "Okay, well that's great. Then we can just go live when you get here, and then we can share with everyone my experience." And so it was a great time. I think we kept you a lot longer than you were planning to be out here because you had other clients that you needed to see that day. But it was just
But
a
it was
great
so worth
time.
it.
And
It was so worth
show
it.
the nice people what we're talking about. They don't know what we're speaking of.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bottle of wine. It's called A Taste of Love. And you have to see it up close for all the
Hold on
special
just a little bit.
the special detail that goes along with it, the thought that the love doctor put into it. And now now we're gonna reserve this for couples, right? We're gonna reserve this for couples because the love doctor was very intentional about all the ingredients in here. And obviously there's some ingredients that are good for couples. There may be an adult show. Obviously, I think there's some ingredients in here that are for couples.
Yes.
So, I was able to purchase some for my best friend. She got hers today, so I'm very excited to two of them. And then I have more that you're going to be sending over to. I have a friend in Omaha that we want to send something to her.
Yeah.
So, and we tasted it, and again, I don't want to steal her thunder. So you go ahead and share with your viewers, and then I will tell you how wonderful and yummy it was. And
So the thing that I like for people to know the most about the wine is that wine brings people together. It's like a
Mhm,
celebration. You
mhm,
can use at weddings, at
mhm,
graduations. It's just a item that you can use to celebrate.
mhm.
And so what I like about it is it's vegan, number one. I like that
Yes,
vegan because vegan is a hot thing right now. It's
yes.
vegan, it's gluten free, it's
Mhm,
Okay.
natural flavors, and
mhm.
then, like she said, it has a little central enhancements in it.
Come on now. Come on
You said it.
now.
You said it. I gave the people a hint. I
Yeah.
gave them a hint. You said it.
So it has you feeling some type of way, which is good because it's all about love. When you are in love and you're sharing love, you're supposed to feel some type of way. So there's nothing wrong with being in love,
Right.
listening to some smooth music and having a
Yeah.
glass
Mhm,
of wine and enjoying one another. It's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to share those moments, and those are moments that you can go back and look back on your memory and say, hey, I remember when we were sipping
mhm,
on a taste of love, and man,
mhm.
and the rest, it's history.
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
but that, I never would have attached my name to wine, or never. That was never a dream of mine. It was just, I just say, God, you are amazing. Or you, like, I
Mhm.
can't even really describe what just happened. I really can't,
Right.
Wow.
because it
Wow.
happened
Mhm,
so fast. I
mhm,
I was trying to bless somebody else, is what
mhm,
happened. And
mhm.
trying to bless them, I end up meeting the crafter of it. And she was like, you would be a good fit for this. And then the rest is just history. That's what happened.
Wow.
Wow,
That is
wow.
Wow.
what happened,
Wow, that's amazing. Can
Yeah.
you? I know the answer to it because I had a little interview when you were here before. But
Yeah.
can you tell me how? Now this is a Moscato. It's a blush, and it's
Yes.
really light Moscato. How'd you choose which would be your first brand to put on the market? I know there are others coming down the pipeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but for your first time out of the gate, how did you choose this wine?
I chose Moscato because Moscato is like very smooth. It's kind of sweet, but like mine is not too sweet.
Mhm,
It's not, it's like right in between. It's like,
Mhm.
it's so smooth. You think you're
mhm.
drinking like a
Almost like a grape juice. It
yeah,
tastes
like a
almost like a white grape juice.
yeah,
It's
like a white grape. That's what you think
mhm.
that you're tasting, and you're drinking it and you're sipping on it. You're like, oh, this is good, and this is good. And before you
Mhm.
know it, you're like, woo, it sneaks up on you. It sneaks up on you, and it just had you feeling good, and you just be like, wow, because when you're drinking it, like I say, it's so smooth. You think you're drinking like maybe regular juice or something, and then
Mhm.
you forget it's wine, and then you keep drinking, and you're like, woo, okay, then
No,
it kicks in.
that's why I said now this is going to be for couples. It's going to be for couples at home
Yes,
in the
at home.
privacy of your home
Yes,
with
yes.
no moving parts, no
No.
moving. Well, maybe moving parts, but but
Yes.
yeah, it's a one, and even I'll have to make your listeners laugh. Also, with I had this new. Someone gave me a gift of this fancy wine opener,
Oh,
and I was
yes.
like, so when the love doctor, when you told me you were coming, I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix a little tray so we can have some cheese and some crackers and some wine, and give me a little wine opener thing and everything together. And she brought it and it was so beautiful. I said, oh, okay. And I got my wine opener and I was trying to, do it. And she said, you're not going to need that. I said, oh, I want to be fancy. I want to use this. And I was really trying to use the electric opener, and it was not even necessary. The bottles are so uniquely contained, and the tops are uniquely contained that you can open it just from right here.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to open this one
Yeah.
because it's not mine.
Yeah.
and uh, and the top, you take your top off,
Mhm.
pour your glass of wine, and then replace the top back
Mhm.
on it, and
Right
then
back
sit it
on.
back in the refrigerator to
Yeah.
to chill for a little bit longer. So that was that's something that for those of us who hands are a little bit more feeble, this is a great asset too, that you can get in and out of it, get your wine um, quickly without a whole lot of difficulty.
Yes, yes, yes. So I just want to say thank you publicly for supporting me and just making me welcome in your home. Like
You're
I'm
It's
telling
our
you,
welcome.
when
pleasure.
I left from there, like that made my day. It didn't even matter that I was set back a couple hours. That didn't even matter.
Yeah.
It was the warmth and the love that you showed me.
Thank
We
you.
really believe in pouring into others,
Yeah,
and they, if the water in the lake goes up, all the boats rise. So we want to make sure that we're a part of that,
yeah,
and so
Mhm.
that's why we want to support you, and you. Thank you for supporting us.
yes,
And then, of
absolutely.
course, our common goal is relationships
Hmm.
and love
Yeah,
and couples, marriage, all of those things. And there's plenty of we can learn from each other. So why not? I mean, why recreate the wheel when there's somebody already doing things that we can learn from?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
we try not to miss an opportunity
mhm,
to, hook up with someone that can help us be good at what we do, and hopefully we would bring something to the table for other for couples that you are working with, and may need some ideas or encouragement and those types of things too.
yeah. So, we're going to wrap up because
Okay. Oh,
I want
we're over time.
to appreciate, respect your time for coming on the platform. But what I would like to say, is there anything that you guys or both of you would like to leave the listeners on any type of advice about love or about anything that you want to share? Any last like comments, anything that you want to share and put out there?
I would just say communication is one of the biggest challenges in relationships,
Mhm.
but it doesn't have to be a showstopper because we can learn. There's so much information out there, and if we will be open-minded in our communication,
Mhm.
then we will be able to move forward in relationships. So we encourage couples to really, really do learn all you can about how to communicate. And if I could give just one little thing, we like to say when you're having a little warm fellowship, you can
Mhm.
either choose to be right or you
Yes.
can choose to be effective.
Yes.
And we encourage couples to be effective in their communication style. So that's one thing I'll throw out there.
I like that.
And
Very good.
I think what I would say, I would say, um, go back to the sift the four elements that are important in building a good strong relationship, and how to um, affair proof your relationships
Mhm.
by being, again, as Cornelius has said, communicate, communicate, communicate,
Mhm.
and then resolve conflict quickly. Don't
Mhm.
let
Yes.
that thing fester. Don't let that, like the Bible talks about, don't let the sun go down on your wrath.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
then also, know your mate, know who you're dealing with. And I tell it all the time, but I mean it.
Mhm.
My personality, and Cornelius will say this all the time
Mhm.
too. Differences aren't always. They don't have to be damning. They don't have to be,
Mhm.
a bad thing, because we like different. We like different. He likes white. I like black colors.
Right.
He likes ice, cheesecake. I
Mhm.
like ice cream. He,
Mhm.
he likes steak. I like shrimp.
Yeah.
All of those things, but that really makes it good. That way we don't have to fight over the food. We don't have to fight over ice cream. We don't have to fight over the blankets. So also, I think I would like to say to our listeners is that it's okay that you're different.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's okay that you are different, and differences do attract.
Mhm.
And so that with us, it helps, because where I'm not that strong, that's where he's stronger, and so
Yes.
together we can be an awesome team going out there.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then there are some areas that I'm more discerning in, that
Mhm.
I'll have to say, okay, honey, don't watch that. Don't
Mhm.
do that. Don't
Mhm.
listen to them. They're not.
Mhm.
That I don't know that that's everything. So
Right.
as you're walking out and building relationships,
Mhm.
it's okay to be different.
Yes.
Now again, when we're talking about, next time we visit, we may even go a little bit further and talk about being equally yoked versus
Yes.
unequally yoked.
Yeah.
But I'm going to follow Cornelius. As long as he follows God, I'm
Yeah.
going to follow him.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Absolutely.
That's
Oh, amen and amen. Let the church
Yes.
say amen. Yes. I love that. Yes. Well, listen, like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm really just honored that you had the time and opportunity to be my guest today, my special celebrity guest. You guys represent love to the fullest. To
Thank
the
you.
fullest. So
We appreciate what you're doing. We
yeah, you
certainly
represent.
appreciate what
And
you're
Miss
doing.
and Miss, listen, sis, Miss Yolanda. You got to tell the people how you stay looking young. Because if we didn't know, honey,
Yes,
we
I
didn't know you had children and grandchildren and
yes,
all
I
that. You
do.
know,
I know I
do.
picked a young one, right?
I
yes,
do. Yes,
yes.
I am. Again, I am very, very, very excited. I was telling Dr. Benita the other day
Yeah.
that in August I'll be 65 years old,
Yeah.
65 years young, and I feel good. I'm blessed beyond measure. I think it must be just kind of favor because I don't exercise. So that can't be it. But I'm just what we both are. He just had his 65th birthday as well. And again, we want to be a good example. So you got to kind of take care of yourself because ain't nobody gonna want to follow you if we looking all some kind of way. So
Right.
I
Well,
need to clean up. I clean up pretty good.
well,
Yeah.
listen. Favor looks good on you. How about that? Favor looks
Thank
good
you
on
so
both of
much.
y'all. Yes,
Thank
it
you
does.
so
Yes, it
much.
does.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so without a further ado, we're going to go ahead and sign off. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate this time with you. I know that this conversation, this Love Doctor conversation that we have will bless some people. It will.
Wonderful.
Thank
Lord,
you.
He will lead the right person to listen to it at the right time. It might have been something they might have been praying for and just scroll up through the feed and get their answer. So I appreciate
Wonderful.
your time and appreciate the information and the knowledge that you've given today on this platform. So thank you so much.
Thank you. We
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you, Love Doctor. We appreciate it.
Okay, we are signing off.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.